Welcome to another episode of Two Guys from Jersey. Today we're at the Allwood Diner in Clifton, New Jersey. I'm Josh from Josh's Food and Stuff.
I'm Kevin Interdonato.
And we are here to have some great diner food. Diners are a culture in New Jersey. It's unexplainable. I don't know any other state besides maybe New York that has a diner culture like this state. So we're super excited to try some classics and some new items. Let's get into it.
Same here. Diners are a part of my family, I think, like many others.
Yeah.
We always, as a family, we always were quick to say, let's hit the diner real quick.
Everyone
right?
went.
Off the cuff.
Yeah.
Just go.
Weekends.
Oh, yeah, always. And it's back when it was 24 hours, man.
Yes.
I mean, when we were young adults, you know. But there's something about a family atmosphere with a diner.
Yes.
You know, that just kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
And this one is...
Because you've been coming this one for years, right? This is like...
Allwood Diner in New Jersey is the place to be. I've been coming for a long time. Well, my mom and dad are both not professional chefs, but I grew up in a cooking family, and they're hard to please, man.
Yeah.
Very hard to please. So for them to go to a diner and want to come here consistently, this is where they go.
Okay.
They love it, and I love it too. And I've been going here for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My memories as a kid, breakfasts were a bigger thing for me with my family. That was where we went for breakfast with diners. Occasionally we would do dinners, but the weekends always. And that was a thing. But also when you go out and you party,
forget it.
Everyone came to the diner after drinking.
Oh yeah.
And
then the in between.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want a quick burger.
Yeah.
You just want to go to the diner and get a quick burger.
And there's nothing like a diner burger.
Can't beat it.
To me, diner burgers are still my favorite burgers for some reason. I don't know if it's because they're actually better
or
if it's like nostalgia.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know if it's nostalgia because I just love a diner burger.
Look, I appreciate and do enjoy professionally made burgers by chefs and everything. Cool. But I mean, we're getting burgers today, and it's just gonna
nothing more comforting than it. It's just a very comforting burger.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this place has a huge menu. We're trying out some typical standard diner classics today.
Yeah.
And we're gonna start off with this.
Yes. Please introduce this.
This is. This also is the reason I come to a diner.
Coffee.
Just this.
Diner coffee.
Diner coffee. The diner mugs. You know. There's something to be said about diner coffee. I'm a diner coffee kind of guy.
Yeah.
I'm not a Starbucks guy. Nothing against it. But I just love that nice hot cup of Joe, man, and these mugs. It just does something to me.
And I'm not a big, I go to Starbucks out of convenience.
Yep.
But I'm not a Starbucks guy. I love diner coffee. Something about it, even when it's bad, it's good.
Yeah.
Again, it's that kind of like comforting thing about I think it's the mugs too. Diner mugs are always very specific. Like they either look like this or they have one other kind of style. Like those are diner mugs.
Oh, these
you don't
mugs
see these
take
mugs
a
anywhere else.
Yeah, they take a beating.
Yeah.
These mugs are designed, you know, for overuse.
It just tastes better coming out of them.
Yeah.
It just does. But this is actually good coffee.
It's great coffee, man.
Yeah, this is actually really good coffee.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of this one.
Yeah, man. This is my favorite soup of all time. We're going to get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is called Avgolemono.
I'm going to let him say that.
Avgolemono, which means egg and lemon and rice soup.
Okay.
Very difficult to make.
Yeah.
I've tried for years. I can never master it. I've tried this soup at different diners. Not all Greek diners. Not all have it.
Yeah.
But this diner, bar none, is number one. It's like velvet. When you taste it, you'll see.
It's like lemon chicken and eggs, right? Like
it is.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll tell you how. Unless you know how it's supposed to be made.
I don't. I'm very not familiar with this. I never heard the soup until you brought it up.
Really?
To me before.
Gosh.
Diners in New Jersey, predominantly owned by Greek families.
Yeah.
So a lot of Greek influence in the food sometimes. Even though diner menus have everything in the world, there's always a lot of Greek stuff.
Yeah.
But I never had this.
Enjoy.
It's my first time.
Here we go, buddy.
All right. Oh, that's different. That's really nice.
I'm using the wrong spoon. What am I doing? Shame on me. I'm not getting enough.
It is very velvety.
Yeah.
It is like silky.
Yeah. There's a process to this. This is not a soup you just throw in the pot, turn it on high, and you're done.
This is not like a regular cream soup either. This is different.
The trick with this soup is you have to separate the whites and the yolks.
Okay.
And then you have, if you want to do it the right way, actual chicken stock.
Yeah.
You bring it to a boil. And then the whites and the eggs are in different bowls, whisked.
Yeah.
And then you ladle in the broth in one.
To temper them.
Yep. And then to the next one, and then back in.
Oh, wow.
And it's so hard to do it the right way. And I think you turn the gas off too at one point. I cannot do this.
That's how you make custard.
Really?
That's what makes sense about like why the texture of this is so kind of creamy and velvety. When you make custard, you have to temper the eggs with cream, and you do that off the stove. So in a bowl, you take the cream, you slowly whisk it while you lightly drip it in. You can't like pour it right in because you gotta let the eggs not cook.
Right.
And then you put it back in the pot to cook and thicken a little more.
But you can agree, just the consistency.
Oh my God.
And I mean, on a winter day, man, oh my God, this is something else. Avgolemono, Greek soup is just my number one soup. Avgolemono. Yep. My number one soup.
I mean, you really taste the lemon, which is nice.
If you're a lemon guy,
yeah,
can't beat it.
No, this is beautiful.
And you're talking what? Chicken stock, rice, obviously.
Yeah.
Lemon, eggs. I mean, it's just, sometimes the simple stuff does it, man.
It's nice. I like the way the lemon kind of just like, it brightens everything up.
Yeah.
It's like, because it is a rich soup, but that lemon just brightens everything up.
If we weren't getting so much food today, which we are,
we're getting a lot of food.
I'd probably be getting about 4 or 5 bowls of this. That's usually how I roll. Yeah, I just can't get enough. And Allwood is Allwood's known for their soup. They're known, for the classic family style diner. Yeah. Everything is good here. You're not going to get something that's just like sour. Everything is good. Some are great. But their soups, you can go down the menu from the Yankee bean to the matzo ball. The split pea. I wish they had split pea today.
Split pea's one of my favorites.
It's so good, man.
I'm a big split pea soup
Oh,
fan.
it's so good. Next time.
And what the owner did tell us, I mean, you already knew this, but they make everything here, which is not as common as it used to be with diners, especially the baked goods. Used to, like, my memory of going to a diner as a kid was the rotating case when you walked in with all the desserts.
Yeah, man.
Like, that was my favorite thing. You walk in, the first thing I run to the case, and my mom's like, pick out what you want for dessert. And I'm like looking at all these crazy looking cakes. I'm like, I want everything.
Josh is
these desserts.
Josh is that pesky kid with his handprints all over the thing. That pissed everybody off. They gotta clean it. Yeah.
I was, but I was always about, because I still am about the desserts.
Yeah, man.
The dessert degenerate. But now less and less diners make their own baking. They have a lot of their baking brought in from third parties now. But this place still makes their own cakes and everything, which is pretty impressive.
And it's a testament to their business because of the fast turnaround, right? I mean, if they're pumping out, they're cooking, their food's going. Yes. I've been here late at night several times when they close, and that dessert case out there, it goes.
Really?
Oh, people just come in they stand by the counter, get desserts, and then they're out, or they get this soup. Now, I don't know if I'm talking too much or what, but Josh has still got a ways to go.
I eat. See, I ate today. Actually, no, I didn't eat today. I ate since yesterday. I think like 8 o'clock was the last time I ate. But
I kind of take it like a pride thing. Since you've had me on this, I try to fulfill my obligation of filling what's on my plate purely out of ego.
I have to pace myself. As much as I eat, I gotta pace myself. I gotta take my time, and I know my filling limit.
Yeah.
It's an age thing. I'm telling you, as I've gotten older, my stomach has less capacity than it did before.
Were you taught growing up to eat what's on your plate?
No, actually, my parents weren't strict about that.
That's good.
I just did.
Yeah. We were, and it was that thing. But with my daughter now, I can honestly say I have I'm a food addict. Yeah. I stay in shape because to curtail that, but I do overeat always. Yeah. It's a very conscious thing on my part not to overeat. Yeah. I don't want my daughter to have to deal with that. Mm-hmm. Even though I look like I'm in shape, I am, but I work out a lot.
You have to,
especially with what I do, I have to maintain. But with my daughter, if she's done, I'd say, you want to try another bite or two? And she's like, and I don't push it. Yeah. And then I eat the rest. Usually that's what happens, but I don't push on it. No,
my mom would eat. I know as a little kid, I was a super picky eater. My mom would finish my food.
Yeah.
But once I got to I don't know what age, but still as a kid, then I just loved eating and I ate everything.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a big deal. I loved eating. So.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Do you want some of this?
I'll finish if you want.
All right.
Yeah. There's a word in Italian for this. Anyone that's Italian is watching this that knows it's called gavone.
Yeah.
Yep.
I learned gavone at an early age. Even though I'm not Italian, I knew what gavone meant.
I can't get enough of this. Every Tuesday, in case anyone's in North Jersey, or looking to travel.
It's really good stuff, honestly. I just need to, because I overeat. What happens to me is I can't move. Like, I get so physically uncomfortable.
Yep.
And for talking, I don't want to be like,
I hear you, man.
Affecting. So I gotta pace. I don't have that kind of appetite anymore.
What's it take 5 to 7 minutes for your brain, for your stomach to tell your brain that it's at capacity?
I think something like that. I think that's what I was always told.
Yeah.
But even like when I do my reviews, I have to pace how I eat, because if I eat just devour everything, my speaking is going to be affected. Like just like everything, like my breathing, everything.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to speak without having to like burp every 5 minutes and like, no, excuse me, and I'm editing out 10 minutes of burps.
At the end of this interview, my belt's gonna be open. I'm gonna be sitting here like this. That's the best cheesecake I've had.
That was impressive.
That's nothing.
We
got a lot more to go today.
Yeah.
But delicious, man. That's a great way to start off the meal.
So what is it? This is what I don't understand. So I've lived in Tennessee for college. I've lived in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I went to school in Boston for a minute.
Yeah.
I always wondered what it is about New York and New Jersey, why diner culture is such a thing here and nowhere else.
I don't know. When I lived in Los Angeles, there was so few and far diners to go to, and diners, much like yourself, I believe, literally were a staple in my family's life.
It was.
It's just diners.
Where everyone went.
When I went to LA, I felt like I lost a piece of myself. I really.
Yeah.
And there's a couple diners, and they were the pits.
Yeah.
They call Denny's a diner out there, and that was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
There's something about a diner. It's almost like an extension of your family. If you find the right one in the area, whether you live around the corner, you go to it. There's something about it. You go to the diner.
Yes, it's the diner.
It's the diner.
Yeah, you don't ever say the name of it. You go into the diner and you know which diner is your diner.
You know which one is yours.
Yeah.
You know which one is yours. And you get to know people. You see the same waiters and waitresses around, the owners and everything. And it's just a nice atmosphere, man.
Yeah.
You can talk. It's always a little noisy too, so you don't have to feel like you're whispering and everything. And I just love it, man.
I just remember the days. I think it's gone away now because people have to watch how they are. But we grew up in the days where the waitresses had the raspy voices and weren't nice to you. They talked however they want.
And their cigarette was waiting in an ashtray behind the bar.
Yes.
Remember the smoking sections?
Yes.
And then even non-smoking, it was just bleeding in. You know what I mean? It was just like bleeding into the smoking sections.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right.
Lentil soup now, guys.
Lentil
Yes,
soup. All right, Josh. Let's talk about lentil soup.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Well, the lentil was invented in 1835.
Go ahead. Talk while I eat. Right. I've had lentils with and without a tomato base.
Okay.
I'm more of a fan with.
Yes.
There's just a
You need
sweetness,
that
a substance.
acidity to it.
Yes,
that acidity
yes.
because it is a little bit rich despite being a bean soup. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree with you.
You ready?
Yeah. The tomato's real noticeable in this in a good way. That's nice.
I mean, it's just like mom made it, you know? And,
it is very homemade tasting.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's a homemade hearty soup here. The lentils are feels fresh.
Perfectly.
They're not split.
No, they're
coming
really well cooked. Oh, this is really good.
Yeah. Carrots, just enough carrots to give a sweetness to it with the tomato base, and
It's sweet, but it's robust. It's got a lot of packs of punch with the flavor.
There's a lot going on in there.
This is one of those soups to me. When lentil soup is done right, you feel like you're eating a meat soup, like a meat-based soup.
Yeah, it's true.
There's no meat in this.
Like they took it
there
all
could be a
out.
beef base, but like it feels like you're eating like beef vegetable soup or something.
Yeah, that's right. That's true, man. That's true.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, this is out of this world.
This would be one of my regular items. This is amazing.
No, I'm a soup guy.
Me too. Yeah.
You know when there's certain recipes for foods and chefs are playing around with different seasonings and different flavors. If I want lentil soup, I want lentil soup.
You don't want reinventing the wheel.
I want lentil soup.
You want the classics.
Yeah, I just don't mess with it.
I think certain classics should always remain classics.
Yep.
French onion soup should be French onion soup. Don't give me some weird cheeses, some weird breads. I want French onion soup.
Maybe that's why people gravitate to diners, because you kind of know what you're getting.
Yes.
I like that too. I'm a little bit of a creature of habit sometimes.
Yeah.
If I'm in the mood for something, I want to know what I'm going to get.
Diner culture didn't catch on anywhere else. It's not as strong. It's not as big as it was when we were kids, but diners are still a big thing. Mm-hmm. It's still an important part of our culture. It's still where a lot of people go. I wish I knew why. I wish I knew why it works here and is not a thing anywhere else.
But there's a culture with diners that you're right. It's strong in the Northeast here in these areas, man. And I've never seen it anywhere else.
Our diner, when we went to the diner when I grew up in Staten Island, was the Unicorn Diner, and it's still there.
Yeah, huh?
And what I remembered, it's so weird the stupid things you remember. Besides the case, when you walk in, they would bring you for dinner service this tin square dish.
Yeah.
That would have carrots, celery, some other vegetables, and pickles, but then water and ice. There would be like leftover water and ice, and I always remembered that. There was always this little dish, and then they would have breadsticks. Breadsticks and bread.
Yeah.
Did you have the breadsticks?
Yes.
Yeah, breadsticks were always a thing.
And that's something that's right, man.
Yeah, breadsticks. Sesame breadsticks.
Sesame breadsticks.
Sesame breadsticks. I guess that was maybe a diner staple at some point. Like people went to, and then when I moved to Jersey, to Fort Lee, and it's not there anymore, unfortunately, we went to the Plaza Diner. Mm-hmm. That was the diner. Mm-hmm. You've been there before? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, now it's something else, but...
diners will... I feel like diners stay as they are visually, decor-wise, as long as they can. Yeah. And I think the diners that succeed when they decide to bump up or remodel when that time comes, they still keep that home-like essence. I know diners that have remodeled. I'm not going to say them, but it took the whole vibe out of it, and they almost feel like a modern restaurant.
Yep.
It just kind of moved it out a little too far. Yeah. And I lived here when Allwood Diner remodeled. Yeah. And it was older, but it didn't feel old. Right. It was just very, very rustic. And then they did this really quick. And if you look, all the tables, right? Classic. They got that metal ring around the tables and everything. The booths are all the same, you know. And
yeah, you can see it's still been here for a while. Not in a bad way, but you can tell it's been here for a bit. Yeah.
And it just kind of feels like home again. But some places go a little bit too far with the remodel.
They go a little too far. I've seen, because they're trying to modernize it, but diners are supposed to have that old feel.
Yeah, keep it nostalgic.
You can't mess with something that, and I don't know we talked about this even on the Ruts video, that even places that do something that works, at some point, for whatever reason, it changes.
Yeah.
New owners come in, family takes it over, something happens, and they lose that ethic. Yeah. Because there's a more modern mind behind it. And I think if they're not, I don't want to say raised the right way, but like if the older family is not kind of raising them in the tradition, it's going to get lost.
You know what's funny? It's kind of like making a movie. At the end of the day, you got to satisfy your audience, man. Regardless of what you want. You know, when people come to a diner, they want all the elements about a diner that bring them to it. You put a wrench in that, man. Yeah. You know? Yeah. It's just different.
And I'm sure that probably hurt them.
Yeah.
But diner menus should never change. If you're watching this and you're not from New York and New Jersey, you've never been to a New York or New Jersey diner.
I know what he's going to say.
Picture the menu at Cheesecake Factory. It has every single thing you can possibly imagine on these menus. Everything from bacon and eggs, London broil, chicken parm, tuna melt, club sandwich, like any item you can think. There'll be lasagna on there, there'll be chow mein on there, there'll be any random thing is on that menu. And it's the most insane menu.
It is, it's everything. Yeah. And they're all, I'm sure, pretty good. The ones that are known like this. And there's also this old little thing about diner menus is that, you know, you may get a couple pages that are a little sticky, right? Hey, man. Welcome to being at a diner. Yeah. You know? They've been washed 10,000 times. Yep. I mean,
they do get those stuck pages.
They get a stuck page here and there, but it's all good.
And they're always all laminated and they'll still stick.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, people test places when they go to eat. Sometimes there's like a test meal. Yes. What's your test meal for a diner?
Ooh, there's a couple things.
Go ahead while I finish.
French toast.
Really?
French toast.
Okay.
Because diner French toast to me is very specific. A burger.
Yep.
Fries. Those are well, I don't eat it anymore, but tuna was. I don't eat tuna fish anymore. But a tuna on rye or tuna melt in a diner, that was another litmus test. Yeah. What about for you?
That's true. Burger, bar none, hands down, number one. Yeah. Close second is soup. I feel like if a diner pays real close attention and takes pride in their soup, which is not usually part of the overall deal with the diner. Yeah. But if they take pride in their soup, then they take pride in everything else. But close third, French toast. I wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah. That's true. There is nothing like, oh God, you're so deprived if you don't have a diner if you're watching this. Yeah. There's nothing like diner French toast.
Nothing.
Like not even close.
And I'm a good cook. I'm very good at cooking. I can say that without being arrogant. I'm very good at cooking. I'm very good at baking. I'm good at mimicking and learning. I'm good at recreating things that I love. I can't nail diner French toast for whatever reason. I don't know why.
I don't know.
I can't get what they do, but it's always... I've been to a million diners in Jersey. Yeah. French toast is like one of the most consistent things, the style-wise, across all diners.
Right. Yeah, man. Might be something in the egg wash or the certain bread they use, you know, the time they do it, but... Yeah, you're right. French toast. Yeah. You know what? French toast goes number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just moved my list. That's why we're friends.
Yeah.
We're always helping each other. And...
Yes, exactly.
Did we order French toast?
We got the French toast breakfast sandwich.
Okay.
You think we should order? Well, we can always take a piece off and
yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Okay, we'll see how it goes.
If I can save the auxiliary.
It's like now that we're talking about this out loud, I'm like, should we have ordered also?
We probably should have.
Unless, this is like some of the best lentil soup I've ever had, to be honest.
Really?
I mean, for me, this is amazing.
Yeah.
I can't stop eating this one, actually. This is like really, really good. But I do love the coffee.
Lacas, baby. L-A-C-A-S. It's a Jersey company.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So you could buy this in stores?
You can get... No, we get it online.
Okay.
Yeah, we get it online on the website. Amanda is in more than flavors, too. She gets winter something. She gets chocolate almond, this and that.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm not big on the flavored coffees. I'm a straight... I like...
Yeah.
I like plain coffee, but...
But yeah, it's good Joe, man. It's good Joe. And not only this diner, but when I went to that diner up the street, I was like, what kind of coffee is this? And they're like, Lacas. I'm like, huh. I think I went somewhere else too, and they're like, Lacas. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
man.
Lord.
Okay, round 2.
Let's eat.
Or 3. Here we go. Maron. There we
Oh,
are.
my Lord.
How you doing?
Thank you.
Alrighty.
Thank you very much. We got the fries. All right, I'll move this stuff out of the way. Thank you, sir.
right.
Appreciate it.
You get your gravy.
Thank you so much.
Anything you guys need?
No,
I'm good.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
How about some coffee?
Oh, I'm good with
I'm
this
good with
right
water.
Yeah,
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
All right,
Enjoy.
thanks.
Thank you
Thanks.
very much. So, we got the burgers.
Oh, yeah.
We got the disco fries. We're about to put the disco on
On the fries. We're bringing the disco to the fries.
Yeah, and we got the rings, man.
Those onion rings.
I know. I was waiting for this moment, Josh.
This is...
Waiting.
I feel like I could live off onion rings.
So you're a plain Jane. Nothing wrong with it.
No, it depends on the burger. It's diner burgers I like this way.
Just like that.
When I go to different restaurants, it's like kind of like we were talking about, going to get like a fancy burger at a place or whatever.
Yeah.
So like you were saying, you'll go for a fancy burger, like, crafted, chef-crafted burger.
Yeah.
With that, I like all the toppings. I want onions. I want some kind of sauce. I want all the. I like a lot of toppings. For some reason, and I think this is a childhood thing, I like a very basic burger. People are going to judge me on this, and I know they will.
Don't judge Josh.
There's something about the simplicity of a diner burger. I have memories of it showing up sometimes wrapped in foil, just like this. And it kind of softens.
That's steamed.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure, man.
Yeah.
Sure.
That is just something that I love.
Very cool. I'm happy. Yeah, man.
It just hits.
I was in the mood for this. I knew we were coming today.
It's just this, to quote the movie Quiz Show,
Go ahead.
it's the simplicity of it. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
No, it's great.
There's that scene with Ray Fiennes where he goes back over his dad's house during all the craziness.
Yeah.
He's having the chocolate cake and the milk in the middle of the night. Great bread, great bun, meat's good. I'm sure the meat's nothing fancy. I'm sure it's basic run-of-the-mill beef, but it's tasty.
Yep.
The important thing is, it's exactly what I thought it would be, and that's what I want when I go to a diner.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes you go to a diner
Yeah.
and you will get the cheap bun bread. Now look, to me it's a good bun. This is
fine
good
bun.
for what I
Yeah.
want. There's other buns, we talked about the high-end burgers and stuff, they're very specific, but I'm good with this. Sometimes you get diners and it's like you grab the bun and your fingers go right through it and it just breaks through, Telltale of a diner right there, man, for sure. All right, Josh, the moment we've all been waiting for.
The onion ring?
The onion rings. Yeah, I gotta make my little...
Get your little setup for your...
onion rings. Ketchup on onion rings, or...
I always go plain with onion rings.
Do you?
For the first bite.
Okay.
Then I say I'm not a big ketchup guy with onion rings, but I do like certain sauces with it.
Well, in that case, we have homemade honey mustard
Homemade
here.
honey mustard. That is impressive.
So you win.
Here we go.
Go ahead.
What more do you need?
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, crunch.
So crunchy. Even as a kid, I loved, and they're horrible, but I loved like Burger King onion rings.
Yeah.
When they're fresh.
Yeah. Now, when you get a burger, usually burgers come with fries. Do you swap out your fries for onion rings sometimes, or you keep your fries with your burger?
Depends. Sometimes.
Yeah.
See, they're using real diner fries. some diners use different types of fries, and if I know they do, I don't get them. I'm not a big fan of those like seasoned coated type of coating on the fries. I don't like those at all. Not even a little. Not even a little. I won't eat them. I don't like them. I have a very strong opinion about these for some reason.
Yeah.
Like people love like Arby's curly fries, like that kind of. Don't like it at all. So in that case, I will absolutely switch it out. But then it becomes like a mood thing. Am I in mood for onion rings or fries? This is the ultimate diner meal.
Yeah. I'm always in the mood for both.
Yeah.
If one comes with it, I get the other one.
Is it disco time?
I think it's disco time. Now, truth be told, not that I'm not a fan, I just haven't, for being in Jersey and all that stuff, I've never been a big orderer of disco fries. When they come to the table, I pick it out. So I don't have a lot of experience comparing disco fries from one diner to the next.
Okay.
So I'm going to leave this on you.
All right.
Go disco, go crazy.
I'm going to really just dump this whole thing on there.
Go for it. You can't beat the brown gravy, man.
No.
And knowing them, they made this.
I got to show you guys. The Jersey special.
Yeah, man.
Disco fries. Look at that. Let's dig in.
Not the whole time. Enjoy, bro.
Oh, look at that.
They made that gravy. That's good disco fries. My God.
That gravy.
Yeah.
That's really good gravy.
This is delicious.
Delicious.
Jesus.
This is Jersey poutine.
Yeah, right. That's out of this world.
Yeah. These are exceptional disco fries. It's weird. It's such a simple thing, but somehow places can not do it well. Like I don't know how. I mean, these fries are frozen French fries. They're not, no one's making these fries. It's frozen French fries, mozzarella cheese, mozz.
Is it mozz? Really? Is it usually that's what it is?
They use, growing up, for some reason, maybe my memory is mistaken, I remember American cheese. But this seems to be the standard now is mozz.
Yeah.
And gravy.
Yeah.
But some places mess it up.
And the fries are not breaking apart. Maybe they go a little extra crispier or something because they know,
Well, they were also smart. They put the gravy on the side.
Yes.
Put the fries and the cheese on.
That's true.
And that's what helped.
That's true.
Yeah.
Smart.
I'm going to do some. I'm sorry if
Oh, I knew you were going to do that. I was waiting for it. Ooh.
Dude, find a pool. Go for a dip.
Oh, God.
Here's a spoon if you need.
You should have left half of that for you.
I know. Oh my God. Yeah.
I'm gonna play with this a little.
Yeah, I'm gonna try the. I'm gonna try this honey mustard, homemade honey mustard. Anybody had honey mustard on an onion ring before?
Me neither. That's delightful.
I mean, it works.
Honey mustard varies a lot, right? That's very tasty.
It's
very
it's
good.
creamy.
Yeah.
It's almost like aioli-like.
A little bit.
Yeah. Right? Because there's a creaminess to it. It's very good. I don't know that I would have it again on an onion ring, but I would totally use that for. It's a great honey mustard. I would do that for chicken.
What am I thinking? When I get a salads here, man. Yeah, it's off the
charts.
charts.
That would be good with it.
Yeah.
Onion rings. I'm weird about. Like I like fry sauce on onion rings. I love fry sauce. They have good fry sauce. Absolutely. Even gravy. Gravy is good. What else? I mean, ketchup occasionally. If I have like a spicy ketchup, I like that. Disco fries are about opulence.
Ooh.
This is about just gorging yourself in opulence. It really is. Fries, gravy, and cheese.
Can't beat it.
It's not meant to be light.
No. This is
It's meant to be over the top.
I mean, would you consider this for lack of better words, a junk food? I mean,
100%.
Maybe
This is a comfort food, a
yeah,
junk food, whatever
soaks
you
up
want to
that
call it.
alcohol.
Oh, this is great for a hangover?
Yeah.
Or even just the night of drinking?
Yep. One more ring. Oh, are you this
Smaller,
kind of ring
yeah.
guy or the big ring?
I'm a medium. I like the medium. I like them all, but I like a medium onion ring. Sometimes I do like the smaller ones because what will happen in certain places is the smaller ones will tend to be a little more well done. So that's why I like the smaller ones sometimes.
Delish.
Still crunchy.
When you go to a diner, you're not getting something, for the most part, that you haven't had before, right? But it's the choices they make and what foods to have here. You can tell they take pride They're making their own honey mustard. They're making their own lentil.
That's
They're making their own this.
That's a lot of work for a diner.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Those guys are
making their
busy.
own baked goods.
And this place churns out, and their own baked goods, you know? The choices they use, wherever they get the rings from, anything. I mean, it's like they took their time. You could tell that they were like, no, we're going to settle on these, not just go buy in bulk.
Yep.
And that's it. And I think that's what makes people keep coming back. It's like, you know it's going to be good.
You know, that's what I'm saying. It's like, this tastes, is this the best burger in the world I've ever had? No. But it tastes exactly like I wanted it to taste. Exactly like I hoped it would taste. Exactly what I was expecting, exactly what I wanted. And that's the beauty of a diner. It is the simplicity. These are simple foods. They're not fancy. They're not hoity-toity. It's straightforward comfort food.
Right.
Done great. And you can get a huge selection of food.
And we are
It's like
simple
going to a
men.
buffet.
Yeah. We're simple men.
Mine is simple taste.
Yeah.
I'll give you a minute to digest.
Thank you. No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
What's that stuff called? Aperitif? Or effervescent? What's the
For
Italian?
before or after? Digestivo, Amaro.
Amaro.
So I used to have to do Amaro tastings when I was a som. So when I was a som for Mary Batali, one of the restaurants I worked at, we did like different types of tastings, wine tastings, but we did Amaro tastings. So there's aperitifs and there's digestivos.
Okay.
Aperitifs are for before. They kind of prep your stomach. I don't know why it needs prepping, but they have
Right,
those.
right.
I'm not going to mess with hundreds of year old tradition. And then there's digestivo, which is after. Those are Amaros, and they're all liquors that are infused with various different herbs and spices, and they're meant to aid in your digestion afterwards.
Are they fizzy?
No, they're just like liquor. It's just like booze. Yeah.
Wow.
They just have all these different herbs, and especially in Italy, I mean, other countries have their versions. Like Jägermeister is actually a digestivo.
You're kidding.
It's actually meant to be had after dinner to aid in your digestion.
Jaeger bombs. Jaeger bombs after dinner.
Yeah, you do the Jaeger bombs after dinner. It's going to help all the digestion because you have no food left after.
Yeah.
But yeah, so every country has their versions of it. Italy, what's so interesting about it is every little region has their own Amaro. Wow. And it has to do with locally what naturally grown there, what they put in those their Amaros.
Really?
Yeah.
So, digestivo.
Yeah.
And Amaro is a type of digestivo?
No, Amaro. It's just it's the same thing.
Okay.
Amaro is just like the proper Italian title.
Gotcha.
It's an Amaro, but the category of what they are is a digestivo.
We should bring our own bottle of Amaro when we do these, man.
Yeah.
So we can digestivo.
The popular one, which I think tastes like trash, that I don't know if it's still popular, but became very hipster, was Fernet. You ever had Fernet? Fernet Branca.
Never had it.
It tastes like shit.
Yeah?
It tastes like you tore open a bag of tea leaves and just put it in your mouth. Really bitter.
Yeah.
Really awful.
It's the last thing you want to have after a good meal.
Last thing. Fernet Menthe, though, is actually pretty good. Fernet makes a couple ones.
Had that.
That's nice. That's smooth. It's not aggressive. But every Amaro, some will taste more like black licorice, some will taste very citrusy, some will taste very just all different types of herbs, and it's fun to really taste all the different ones.
Yeah.
But yeah,
interesting.
That's what you have after, just to help everything go down. Properly.
We were talking about what makes diner culture so special for people, the nostalgia. Why do we were talking about why it only really truly exists in New York and in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to drop their thoughts in the comments, do it.
The weird thing I remember, this is odd, the thing that was a really big deal when it opened, and I was shocked because the line out the door for it was Perkins.
Perkins?
Remember Perkins?
Yeah, we had a Perkins, yeah.
It was a very big, because it didn't exist in New York. Like these type of chain places didn't exist. And it was a very big deal. So there was like a minute where we were going to Perkins instead of the diner.
You know what? You're right, man.
Yeah.
We had a Perkins we used to go to for breakfast in high school.
Yeah.
And was cutting or going late or whatever it was. Yeah, it was Perkins. I haven't heard that in a long time.
Yeah. There's still a couple. They're still around, I think.
But they didn't stand the test of time.
No, you can't.
Not like
you
the
can't
diners.
The diner?
No.
Perkins
come, they go.
It was good.
Yeah.
I loved it because when you walked in at the time, they had this bucket of toys for kids. You could just go in and take what you want.
Oh, man.
They had like the oversized rubber coins and all these like weird, stupid like toys.
Right.
So that's why I liked going. I mean, they're fine for a chain, but it's not a diner.
What's this?
This is the stew.
Oh, God. Look at this.
That looks unbelievable.
There you go.
Thank you, sir.
Wow.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Mod on.
The perfect
Thank
bread,
you very
too.
much.
Thank you so much.
You know what I feel like? Look at the size of these carrots. I feel like a hobbit having a normal meal.
It is.
Look at this.
Look at this stew. This is stew. This is what stew should look like.
I'm going beef straight first.
Okay. Oh, you don't even need. I was gonna take a knife. It just fell apart.
Didn't even need it.
Just fell apart. Right.
Here we go. Yep. I just tasted something that said stew.
That is stew.
I don't know what it is.
This is top 10 for me. I'm saying right now, this is my favorite thing we've had today. And I've loved everything.
Josh likes something, he gets very matter of fact and very serious.
I do.
I'm gonna lay it down to you straight. This is top 10.
Here's what's happening.
Okay.
I like this. Stews and soups are my favorite.
Josh gets so serious.
serious.
Oh man.
Let me tell you why I like this. And you're gonna listen. Stews and soups are my favorite things, really. And that's why I love like French cooking.
Yeah.
Because I love all the braised dishes.
Yes. Dude, this has got something going on. I swear, if I closed my eyes and I was if I was in an upscale restaurant and had this, it would be very fitting and appropriate.
Yeah.
There's something velvety and extremely deep tasting about this.
I want to ask him how long this is cooked for because I'm about to go full fat kid right here for a second.
Go for it.
You got.
Now the beef and stew. Chuck?
Sometimes, generally, but different places will use short rib. They'll use whatever. I love using short rib. It's just because it's fattier. But this is like this mixture of sweet and savory. And like you said, it is very velvety. Like the gravy that's in it is so velvety. The carrots are a tough thing to cook in stew sometimes because they sometimes get overcooked.
They're so big, I thought it was sweet potatoes, man.
Yeah.
Very good.
This is my favorite thing we've had today.
You see how serious he got? We're having a great jovial conversation, talking about life, food, this and that. Josh having a good time all of a sudden. Hands down, the best thing I ever had. It's like a news reporter about to tell about a natural disaster that just happened. Gus, this is out of this world. I never had the stew here. This is out of this world, man.
I was saying to him, this is my favorite thing I had today. I mean, everything's been amazing. This is like, dude.
Yeah.
The meat's short rib. That's it.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
How do they do it in diners? You don't have slow cookers, right? You just got the big pots and
big pots.
Yeah. Let them go all day.
Yeah.
Those guys are there at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Exactly what it is. They come like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And it cooks till like about 11:30.
Yeah.
It's ready to go.
This is
outstanding.
Good. I'm glad.
You have this every day or only Tuesdays?
No, only Tuesdays.
Oh my.
So Tuesdays this and the Greek soup.
Yeah.
So you started the Greek soup and
Avgolemono.
then wash it down with
Did I
this.
say it right? Avgolemono?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay.
Avgolemono.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
What is the right way to say it?
Avgolemono, yeah.
Avgolemono.
Avgolemono.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put a little Greek into it.
Yeah.
That's what you did.
Good to it. Avgolemono.
Avgolemono.
Nothing more comforting to me than a stew, like a really good stew.
I have to stop.
I know. This is dangerous for me because I want to keep
Holy shit.
eating this. Yeah.
I gotta move it, dude, because I just keep going.
One of the world's most famous dishes, boeuf bourguignon.
God bless you, brother. What'd you say now?
Boeuf bourguignon. Beef bourguignon.
Oh, yeah.
It's a stew with wine. That's really all it is at the end of the day. That's the other thing about diners too, that I think you don't quite, I'm not saying you don't get to know people at other restaurants, but coming to a diner over time, you get to know everyone that works at a diner in a different way.
People are here for a decade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're here.
It's almost like going to a bar. That's a weird analogy, but like...
No, it's true, but especially the old school ones where there's not a fast turnaround rate, you go for the bartender, you go for this.
Yeah.
Diners, you get to know people, man.
Yeah, because I think there's less, there's high turnover in all restaurants. That's just the nature of the industry, but I feel like diners, it's less. So you get to know these people for longer periods of time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Started coming here before Amanda was pregnant.
Yeah.
And now Gemma's 5. So they saw her in my wife's belly, growing up all through,
That's
hey,
crazy.
Gemma. And whenever we come here, I give Gemma the check and the credit card. And I make her walk all the way through, and I make her go pay.
That's so cute.
And they're great with her, Yeah. What do we got?
We got our...
we're getting ready.
Our breakfast.
We're getting ready, brother. Yeah.
You guys got some appetites.
A little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit, Phil. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little
bless.
bit. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, about 30 years ago, I could eat like
Yeah. It's changing for me. I can't eat the way I used to.
Yeah. Me neither.
It's crazy thinking about my age now. Because, like, you think about now, someone who's 21 today was born in 2005. 3?
But dude, if you go watch movies from the 70s and earlier, even the 80s, and you see how old these guys were compared to people's ages today, there's actors in cinema who you'd look at today and you'd be like, oh, he must have been a grandpa. And they're like 42, 45 years old.
I saw one recently that was been floating around the internet.
Crazy.
Was what's his name? Daniel Stern.
Daniel Stern, man.
In Home Alone, like in Home Alone, he's as old as I was.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
And you thought he was like this old guy.
And I'm going even farther than that. The old time, like even Archie Bunker, I think he was like late 40s when he started that show. I mean, he looks like a 60-year-old man.
But there were some actors who just always looked old.
Yeah.
He was one of those.
Yeah.
Because even when he played in, what's the Sidney Poitier movie? In The Heat of the Night.
Heat of the Night, right.
He still looked kind of old in that.
And he was 13.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember seeing cartoons when I was a kid, and the cartoons had the baby going,
Yeah.
No one ever today would make a cartoon with a baby smoking.
You can't.
But back then it was like, yeah, my kid smoked. You know, they're like, it was a thing.
We had gum cigarettes as a kid.
Yeah.
Do you remember the gum cigarettes? You could actually get one puff out.
Yep.
Of powdered whatever
Those
it was.
candy sticks.
Yes.
And it was like not a big deal to go buy fake cigarettes.
They were grooming us to smoke.
Right?
With candy.
It's like, here, kiddo, when you get older, a couple more years.
Yeah. We were raised so different.
God, man.
We were, I think, the last generation before things started getting safe. Mm-hmm. We were the last ones.
Yeah.
We still did a lot of, had the dangerous toys and the dangerous stuff. We were allowed to just go outside and play.
Yep. We went out and played, and we used to hear my mother. I mean, I was lucky to grow up in a neighborhood with kids my age, up until I was like 11 years old.
Yeah.
And I think we came back when we heard my mother open the door and scream through the neighborhood, Kevin! And then we're like, all right, we gotta go. We're deep in the woods. We hear the echo,
Oh my God.
How you doing?
How are you?
Great.
This is the strawberry cheesecake pancakes.
You know what? You can put that right there. Thank you. Maron, look at this. And the potatoes. I saved a special spot right here. Right here for these.
So these are the strawberry cheesecake pancakes.
Josh, give that a shake. Go ahead, watch.
Look at the jiggle. That's going to be me after
That's
tomorrow.
Josh walking out.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to have a waddle.
That is beautiful, man. We also have French toast.
It's called the Garden State.
The Garden State, the French toast egg
Pork,
sandwich.
egg, and cheese on French toast.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And see that? I'm telling you, diner French toast, you know it by sight.
So we're gonna cut this bad boy in half. I've never had the French toast egg sandwich before.
Yeah.
So we're gonna cut in half. Those will have a little French toast. We'll have a little egg sandwich. Big bang boom. We'll be good to go.
And we're going to get in trouble for saying a certain word, but I don't really care.
Good.
It is pork roll.
My man. My man. Sorry, North Jersey.
Sorry, North Jersey.
It's pork
Not
roll.
sorry. Are you going to do the French toast?
I just did the French.
Actually, I don't need any syrup.
This is exactly what Josh was talking about.
Diner French toast, I know it by sight.
Man,
I know
tell
it
you,
by taste.
I feel like, sorry, French toast.
Yeah.
You're whisking eggs with what? Nutmeg and cinnamon, maybe, or whatever.
It depends. I don't always, but yeah. Sometimes it's just milk, cream, eggs. Sometimes a little sugar.
Right. I'm thinking that they somehow water down or dilute the eggs because it soaks in more. If you're doing it at home, I feel like if I've done it at home in the past, it just really stays on the surface.
Well, I let mine sit in the.
You do.
I let mine sit in the batter because I want a custardy French toast.
Yeah.
So I let mine sit and I cook it on more of a medium heat and longer, so it makes sure the inside cooks.
Yeah.
But I let mine soak.
See, Josh knows what he's doing. All right, so here's another thing. Like Josh loves cake. Okay. My pork leg and cheese. Well, I never did it with the French toast.
I'm gonna take a bite.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna ketchup on a. I'm
50-50 on it. It's a mood thing. Sometimes I salt, pepper, ketchup.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't. But with this, I definitely want to try without.
Here we go.
That's good.
That's a first, man.
That's good.
Yeah, it's really good. Have we ever had a discussion about pork roll before?
I don't know.
We never ventured into that.
No.
Pork roll or Taylor ham. There's been a never-ending disagreement on what it's called, similar to Italian saying gravy or sauce. You're never going to have a solution. Notoriously, it's Central Jersey and up, or actually no, more like 3/4 north of the state.
Yeah.
It's called a Taylor ham. Everyone below that is pork roll. I call it pork roll, so does Josh.
Yeah.
It's a New Jersey thing. I don't think pork roll has made its presence known in any other state, have they?
It has,
Did
but
it bleed into
people
like
don't
maybe
know
New York?
about it. So it is in New York in certain places, but they even sold it. I lived in Vegas, like I said. They had it in certain supermarkets in Vegas.
Oh.
I would buy it, but, and there was one deli there that was kind of like a Jewish-style deli. They had pork roll. So, like, you'll find it weirdly in certain spots, but overall, it is a New Jersey thing.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of here and there in other places, but it's in New Jersey. But I looked this up. I did a video on this. I don't know if you ever saw it.
On pork roll.
Pork roll versus Taylor ham. Why and then why?
I missed it, Josh. Sorry.
It's okay. I made the argument of why it's pork roll, and I'm right. I just know that I'm right. Taylor ham used to be called Taylor ham, and the government said you can no longer call it Taylor ham because by definition, what it's made of, it's not ham. It cannot be called ham. This was in 1912.
Wow.
That was the last time that label said Taylor ham.
Wow.
Ever since there, Taylor, the brand Taylor, it says on the box, pork roll.
You see.
So Taylor calls it pork roll.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad, North Jersey.
And these people are like, oh, this is what it was called originally. Like, you're not from 1912. You were not born in 1912. Right. You were born well after that changed.
Yeah.
So it's pork roll.
Yeah, it's pork roll.
Those of you who are not from Jersey or New York, this is probably alien to you.
Yeah.
There is a product called pork roll. It's basically, for lack of a better way of describing it, it's sort of like sliceable Spam. I mean, it's similar ingredients to Spam, but it's more of like in a cold cut setup.
Yeah, I always said, and that makes sense too. I always say if you put salami, you mix salami and bologna and then fry it.
Yeah.
And it's got, because it's like kind of, I don't know, bologna with a tang, but it's always served thick. It's never thin.
Yeah.
And it's a hearty meat, man. I mean, it's, you know,
it's salty.
Salty. It's
fatty.
It's pork roll.
Yeah, it's pork roll.
And you can have it, you know, you fry it, or you can like really, really fry it. I like mine crispy.
I like mine somewhere in between. I don't like it black.
Not
Some
black.
people like it like really dark. I like a well done enough where there's like a crust.
Yeah.
But just to that point.
So on this topic, have you had Scrapple?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a fan of Scrapple.
Okay.
I've had amazing Scrapple.
I've
been let down
in years.
Oh,
so
boy.
I don't know that. I know it looks sausage-like sliceable, like a.
Yeah.
It's like it has a darker.
They really just kind of put it all together and they mash it down and fry the shit out of it. You know. Scrapple's good. Ooh. Here we go.
Good.
Yeah. You got the syrup going. I mean, that's a hell of good French bread right there. French toast, I mean.
Diner French toast. This is a good diner.
Yeah. There you go. Right? You can tell.
This passes the test.
So anyone that's not in Jersey, or if you haven't been to a diner in a while, if you come to Jersey, I would say, if you're gonna say I'm gonna go to a diner and what should I get? French toast. That's the other thing. Even if it's dinner time, folks.
Even if it's dinner time.
Doesn't matter. That's the beauty of a diner.
Yes.
You know?
Breakfast for dinner.
Yep. If it's 9 o'clock at night, you got a late one. Yeah, get yourself some French toast. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you got a late night and it's 8 o'clock in the morning and everyone's having eggs, get yourself some steak. Get anything you want.
Get anything you want, but get French toast with it.
That's why diners are great, man.
Yeah. French toast and a burger. That's your test.
And if you want to wash it down with some soup, have fun.
Yeah.
But those are
and
definitely
the other thing
top.
I was almost going to get, but I knew it would have been too much, is a milkshake.
A milkshake, dude. Almost partly because of the old school machines they still make it, if you're lucky enough to be in a diner that has that. Those metal machines with the long thing and
they were either green or silver.
Yeah, they got a big silver one back here.
Yeah.
It's great.
I love those old school ones.
Yeah, it's great, man.
Something about them were just things were different. Things were different back then.
Back in our day.
Back then, they made things a little stronger and better.
When you get breakfast here, they just do really good hash browns. I like mine extra crispy, and they throw in peppers and onions too. To me, it just satisfies something. It's better than just the standard, potatoes. So I'm a big fan of these. And when you got that going on, yeah, that's part of my fave. It's a little crisp, delish. Want some salt in this too? Here you go.
It's classic.
Yep, just classic, man. It's what I want. It's what I was expecting.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
Everything you want, everything you need.
Yeah, man. So, Josh, it looks like there's one more thing on the table.
Yeah. For now, because we do have other things coming still.
We do? Oh, God.
We got the cheese.
I was all cocky. I'm like, yeah, man, we're almost done. Came my
We're through this.
Oh, man.
Yeah, well, we got cheesecake. I'm just going to shovel this. shovel this on like I've been shoveling everything.
I'm gonna go cheesecake.
How we doing, fellas?
Very good, very
Very
good.
good.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
This is really good.
Yeah, huh?
Hey,
Oh,
these
man.
are what you call phenomenal pancakes.
Yeah, that's right. These are very phenomenal.
That's it.
Oh my god. These are
Oh, wow.
the fluffiest. They're super fluffy.
What is it, like a vanilla cream going on there? A butter, what is it?
Cheesecake.
That's melted cheesecake?
Yeah.
Really?
It's cheesecake, yeah.
All right, a little bit.
Yeah, take a little bite.
Little bit,
try.
little bit.
Little bit.
Josh, what is the right way when you're eating? Is it like this?
You're not okay.
I know when you're done eating, on, right?
So, in the real kind of high-end fine dining world,
This is for all the Neanderthals out there like
Yeah.
myself. Good.
is even doing what I'm doing is ridiculous. You're not supposed to put any flatware on the plate
While you're eating.
while or after.
Oh,
This whole thing. I'm saying in the fine dining realm, that's like a no-no.
okay.
You're looked at like, oh, you don't know, you shouldn't be here.
So your dirty knife and your dirty fork go down on the table.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I agree with you. This is the sign. Let people know.
Right.
I'm done.
I'm done. Wow, this is good.
Yeah. Right?
That's melted cheesecake. Mm-hmm. That was great.
Yeah. Is it bothering you?
No, that's what's even better.
How quickly do you normally notice it? Okay.
Immediately.
It starts to itch or it close up?
I get a tingling on my
Yeah.
tongue and the back of my throat.
Okay.
And then start like.
Is there any
going like that.
possibility your allergy's gone?
No.
Okay.
No.
You have to keep like an EpiPen around?
Nah. So that's it, right? You're gonna do the rice pudding cheesecake, or I don't
Yeah.
think I could fit it.
I want to do it, but I don't know if I can. Last, and certainly not least, the cheesecakes, which they make in-house. We have the rice pudding cheesecake, which I'm really excited to try, and then we have the regular cheesecake. And if I didn't say it already, it is made in-house.
Yes. Yes, it is.
All right, so,
Good. Let's go plain.
Okay.
I'll jump in plain with you.
all right.
Here we go. I was waiting for that.
That's really good cheesecake. Wow, that is unbelievably creamy.
Scary good.
This
Yeah.
isn't, so my favorite cheesecake I've had in Jersey so far is a place called Anthony's Cheesecake in Bloomfield. So
Oh,
shout
yeah.
out to them.
Yeah.
They have the best cheesecake I've ever had, like all across the board. This is very close to it. This is very, no offense, Anthony's. This is like
Yeah.
a little notch under.
They're known for it, man. One of the many things. Now,
This is
Anthony's
pretty good.
Cheesecake is known. It's Anthony's Cheesecake. Mm-hmm. This is the Allwood Diner, man.
And this is close to it.
And they got close,
This
yeah.
is really, I mean, great. I mean, you even taste the vanilla nicely, like
Yeah, it's beautiful, man.
super creamy,
Yeah.
dense, but not super heavy somehow.
Yeah. I'm gonna
right.
dip in a little bit more.
Okay.
I found a little more room in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Josh.
We just needed that 30 seconds of breathing to free up the air.
Okay, so give it a go. Do the honors.
Okay.
All right, watch. He's gonna get all serious now.
That's insane. That's amazing.
Now you're a texture guy too.
I love the texture on it. It is still like that. It is light. Unbelievably creamy.
Yeah.
The rice is
God.
soft. It's a dumb thing to say. It tastes like rice pudding meets cheesecake. Mm-hmm. Sounds dumb because some places will call something one thing, and you think you're going to taste all those things, and you don't. I would never have thought to make rice pudding cheesecake, and it works. I would come back just for this.
It's outstanding.
This and the stew.
Yeah. What a meal. Soup, stew, no.
Yeah.
Stew and this. But that cheesecake is really something. So you got the higher tier of cheesecake by itself,
Yeah.
and then something that's very unique as much as this. And you're tasting the rice pudding.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what's crazy.
I mean, you can
actually
tell
tasting it.
the rice pudding is like top notch. Cheesecake is top notch.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
We hope you really enjoyed this video. We had a great time trying all this awesome food. Definitely have more restaurants on the horizon, so please tune back in, follow, like, subscribe.
See you soon.
All right.